You know how we started?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Here we go.
Of course I know how you start. I'm a big fan.
Ready? Welcome back to the Lo-Fi Hang. We are here at the Laxton studio.
Yes.
The Lo-Fi Hang studio. I am with my new neighbor.
Do it. Oh, they're going to slap my knee.
I'm with my new neighbor, Zachary Martin.
They're about to just grab my knee.
Yeah.
Like, get this. Wow, okay.
Get this chat started.
Yep, what's up? Nice to meet you.
Right, you know. Yeah, we were lining up to meet up next Thursday or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night I was like, can you come to Connecticut? Like, I live in Connecticut. I was like, where? And then we realized we're like a 12-minute walk and a 3-minute drive. So
we're neighbors.
I just said, look,
prepare to be stalked.
Yeah. Yeah, you too. Zach, this is our first time technically really meeting. The first time we kind of met was I was watching you play at a home show at the EY Center here in Ottawa when I was having lunch, and I was like, hey, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I hung around for a bit, and then you looked at me and you're like, hey, brother, I know you. And then it was good fun. So
yeah.
I think we have a mutual friend in Brian Tong.
Yeah, yep.
What's Good B Tong?
Yeah.
Who throws... Have you been to one? One of the grown-ass pizza parties?
No.
Dude.
Is that... He has a show too, right? Or is that a different thing?
He did. He had that... He almost had the show. He started this thing called Ooh, That's My Jam. Right. And I was on the first episode of it, and along with some other cats, I can't even remember who. But there was some footage released of that. But all the footage was corrupted, and it took like a couple of years. This was filmed in the pandemic. And it only just started.
Like the moon landing.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And it only came out this year, so it was a bit of a... Yeah, poor guy. He spent a lot of money on it. It was his own like little self-funded project, and he just wanted to help the musicians during the...
Yeah, he's passionate about local stuff, right?
He's passionate about art. Yeah, art and artists, and he's been a very good friend to me ever since I got to Ottawa, actually. So big shout out to Brian Tong.
Yeah, Brian Tong. I mean, I saw him last probably at the Morning Owl. He would come there a lot. And that's another connection, I think. And my wife managed the Morning Owl for quite a while, and you did a gig there, didn't you, at one point?
I did do a couple of gigs. Yeah, they also, I think the owners also owned Common on Elgin.
Yep.
And I played there frequently for their excuse me. I played there frequently for their dinner nights and stuff like that, which was fun during the winter time.
So you've actually met my wife.
Oh.
Yeah, Isabel. She's the one who arranged you to play at the Morning Owl, or like you probably chatted at that.
The one here in Canada?
Yeah.
Too? I played there one night.
Yeah.
And then the dad came in, the older gentleman.
Like the older?
I think
the owner?
Yeah, I think he actually owns the whole thing.
Yeah.
He I think it was for like a private family thing that I was playing for. And he came up and like tipped me a wad of cash, and I was like,
nice.
What? On top of being paid. So
sweet.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I probably met your wife then.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Well, shout out to
Izzy.
Nice. All right, well, let's get into it. I wanted to get you on, and when I asked you, you said, I'm not that interesting. And I was like, in my head, I was like, well, I wouldn't be asking if I didn't think so. So usually people that start podcasts kind of want to get the most famous person they know to come on and do it just to like get the views. And I'm like, no, I'm actually interested in everybody's stories. There is musicians on every level, and we barely ever hear from anybody like myself or Zach that, we aren't that well known. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I started the podcast, because I'm an attention whore. And I just needed to be on screen a little bit more, but I thought I could maybe share it with some other artists as well. Sweet. Yeah. Let's go into that. So you've got over 1,000 songs in your repertoire. What started this whole music journey for you? Like was it learning the songs, or
Well, I was going to Algonquin College for the Music Industry Arts program. It's a 1-year program that I dropped out of. I made it 2/3 of the way.
It was 1 day a week, by the way.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yeah.
And the thing that sort of caused me to drop out was I realized, because the program's kind of about, it's geared towards production. It's geared towards music industry stuff in general. But I like playing music, and I realized, and I didn't realize this before, but I realized there's this guy named Jeff Rogers in town.
That's the other guy that was on that show that I did with Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I realized, I don't know, in talking to him one day or something, but I realized he did music full time, just doing gigs, local gigs. And I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was an option. So once I realized that, I'm like, I kind of feel like just doing that. So I didn't feel like forking up another $5,000. And so I dropped out, and then I went and tried to just get some gigs.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting you say that, because I was a music mentor at an organization called Youth with a Mission back in the day, YWAM, Christian Outreach Organization. And it's basically a bunch of international students on their gap year coming to serve the Lord, you know. And I was the on-site secular artist that was pursuing music. But one of the things that a lot of the kids asked me advice about was, when I go back home, I was thinking about studying music at college, you know, in music industry stuff, or just music in general. And they said, "Well, what do you think? What would you do?" And I said, honestly, I suck at learning, so you're asking the wrong person. Like I suck at school, so you're asking the wrong person. But I just said to them, you could either go in debt doing a music course or degree or whatever, but if your goal is to like be in the music scene and be in the music industry, I'd just start playing. I'd start playing and making money instead of going into debt and having all my time chewed up by school. I'd rather put my energy into getting a part-time job and gigging as much as I can. So that's cool, man. That's interesting. That I don't think I've ever met anybody that actually that's not true. I think a lot of artists start out that way. They might finish the school, and there's a lot of badass artists that I know now that have completed music school and gone on to have, you know, pretty cool careers. But a lot of them, like you said, I think you're the first person I've actually talked to that told me a story like that. Like, yeah, actually, I quit, and I just started gigging.
Well, I'm trying to be like, you know, Albert Einstein or one of these guys, like Michael Jordan, one of the guys who, you know, dropped out of high school or whatever. I don't know.
He's trying to build the story, guys.
Exactly. I started the storyline, and I just have to now become successful.
How long ago was that?
I went to school in 2015, I think.
Okay.
So almost 10 years ago. So I've been gigging for almost 10 years in Ottawa. Going to school is cool. Like
School is cool.
School is cool, kids. You can. I met some cool people who I still hang out with, and you know, you do get exposed to things that, like, if it's just up to you and trying to figure it all out yourself, it can be slow going and you don't really know where to start. But if you have people who are in it already and you can connect with people who can help you guide you, then I guess. Yeah, but it's pricey, so
yeah,
you can learn everything yourself.
I did think about it, and then I was just like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I'd rather just go play as many shows as I can, because to me it was like I either start now or I start way down the track, like 2-3 years down the track, and it's like I don't want to do that. You know, a lot can happen in a year even, and so, or even 6 months. So I kind of just went with it, and I hit the road, and yeah, like it was slow, but by the time people I knew were done school, like they had to start from scratch getting back into the scene, and you know, they had a couple of connections, but it was all their other friends that also didn't have any actual scene connections, you know, so yeah.
And there's not really a shortcut. I mean, that's kind of the thing that makes me afraid to ever leave Ottawa, is because I've been doing it for almost 10 years here. To have to start from scratch would be, I don't know what that would be like. I've never had to do it, but almost 10 years doing it, like it's all word of mouth connections, like all my gigs. So I think it's very comfortable.
I think it's different now, because when we were starting out, like social media was starting to really boom, and but I think now, like it doesn't scare me as much if we were to move to another city. It doesn't scare me as much, because I'm like, well, I've got at least 10 years of social media behind me now, like of stuff that people can find and see. And
true.
And
it's funny like that you say that, because
it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, 10 years ago when I was trying to get my first gig, what I did was I created some demos, a couple of originals and a couple covers, and I burned them on a CD. And then I would take the CDs to pubs, and I'm like thinking back on that, I'm like, was that outdated already by then? Like I was handing people CDs.
Yeah.
Were they like,
yeah,
I got
here 10 years ago. So yeah,
I was
absolutely.
like, what was I doing handing people CDs? Like YouTube existed. I could have just did that, but I don't know.
When did you realize music was your thing?
Around 12 years old.
Yeah.
I would watch the church band quite frequently. I would just like during worship, I'd pretty much just be.
Here we go. You're a church boy too.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What's up?
Well, I'm no longer, but what's up? I was.
What's up? I'd pretty much just be watching the drummer play, and then so I was like asking my parents for drums, just because I wanted to get into it, and then they bought me a guitar because I guess they didn't want the drums going at the house. So I'm glad they did that though, because not too many drumming gigs, not as many as guitar singing gigs. So yeah, I mean at 12 years old, it was like the first thing that I found a natural interest in. One of the church worship leaders gave me some lessons. He taught me everything he knew, which is about 4 chords. And then once I learned those 4 chords, I got a different teacher. And I was with him for a couple years, and then eventually was just trying to learn stuff online. Yeah. Heavily influenced by this guitarist, Tommy Emmanuel.
Yeah. I was just listening to him yesterday, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a clip of him and this other guy came up. They were playing Slow Burning in a Dancing Room. Oh, my God, it's so good.
Yeah,
anyway,
he's a beast, incredible, so energetic, super charismatic, and just super innovative on the guitar. I can't play like him, but definitely, just listening to his interviews, him describing certain techniques, like, playing the bass line while playing the chords and then the melody on top of that, like just messing around with that and learning some of his songs has definitely seeped into my playing.
Amazing. Have you felt like there's been a defining moment for you in your music career yet so far? Like what, if you have one, like I think you do. What is it?
One that leaps to mind is so in our youth group, me and some of the guys decided to make a band, and then we were called Revival Square, and we don't ask me why. Just that's what we came up with.
Squared or square?
Square.
So like a place, like Revival Square.
Yeah, like a place that you'd go.
Cool.
Yeah,
I thought it
exactly.
meant survival. Revival squared.
Squared. Yeah. No. Yeah. And then we put on a show at the Gladstone.
A Christian show.
No, like we were just trying to like write songs and do fun stuff. But we were like, so the way that the night was designed. So first of all, the Gladstone, my parents purchased the GCTC building that was there. It was the GCTC, Great Canadian Theater Company before. They purchased it and they turned it into the Gladstone Theater, and then they operated it as the Gladstone Theater for I don't know how long, maybe 7 years.
Wow.
So my parents are
That's
the
some
reason
history
why, the Gladstone exists. They don't own it anymore. They had to sell it, and now it's, I think, run by a nonprofit. But anyways, my dad came up with this concept where just 2 different acts would perform on a night. The acts weren't really connected, but together we could try to fill up the house of like 250 seats. Anyways, so we were paired up with this like string trio. We ended up selling like 80% of the tickets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we were hustling. Like, we had physical tickets, and we had a Ziploc bag with cash that we were like trying to collect from friends and family and stuff. And so we got a bunch of our church youth group friends and whatever to come to the Gladstone, and we filled the place, and we put on our show, and it was just filled with so many fun gimmicks and moments that we just came up with because we were having fun doing it, playing our own music, and everyone was having fun. I think, and that was like before I started gigging or anything. That was just when we were playing music for fun. But the satisfaction from having done that and the joy of that night, I would say was super defining, because it kind of like hooked me on the idea of creating something and then displaying it for people. And
that's amazing, dude. That's actually a really, really special story, in the sense of, like you just said, that was before it was special because we were doing it for the fun of it, and it was before I did gigging. Now, gigging can be fun, but because we're musicians and we're idiots, we make it all about trying to make it. And when I say make it, I say that with, air quotes. That's when it stops being fun. And that's where I think remembering moments like that, that's a really special thing to, man, that inspires me a little bit. So let's do that.
It's actually what I want to get back to doing.
Like, I'm talking like Ziploc bag full of cash.
Yeah.
Talk to our friends at youth group.
Yeah. Let's go to a youth group.
Let's fill up the Gladstone Theater. Let's
Yeah.
go. That's amazing.
It's so fun to create a show and have it be about the music, but have it, like, I don't know, coming up with the gimmicks was fun too. Like, we did random stuff where we would like play a song, and it would start with one guy on the piano, and then he would lift his right hand. I would come in with the right hand part and then take over the left hand part, and he would walk over to another instrument. And then we would just sort of like be transitioning instruments like that. It probably sounded terrible.
No, that actually sounds very entertaining.
Yeah, it was definitely probably fun to watch. And then like other moments where we just like threw candy into the crowd. Like,
I'm stealing candy. All of these ideas, bro.
Yeah, and we're like trying to throw stuff. Walk Off the Earth?
Yeah,
do you know that band?
yeah. I'm not that familiar, but yes, I do.
So their live show was filled with like all kinds of fun. I won't say gimmicks. They're like actual stunts. They're pretty impressive, like what they do. Like, they're actually tossing guitars all the way across stage. And anyways, like, it's more than just sitting playing your favorite songs like with all your heart and soul, which is cool, which I love. But I kind of like the idea of making it a multifaceted entertainment kind of.
Yeah, that's entertainment. It's literally entertainment. I think a lot of us singer-songwriter artists, we get like super into our feelings and our moody folk music, but like, it's just not entertaining other than the music, So yeah. I mean, it is all about the music at the end of the day, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's all about having fun, and that's beautiful, man. I really like that. I'm gonna go to the polar opposite end here and ask you, what is your worst gig?
There's just some kind of funny ones that come to mind. For instance, I was hired by this guy to come play at his house in his living room. I think they just wanted a little house concert. And when I arrived, I realized that they're a Colombian family because they wanted me to learn a song in Spanish. And so I did. And anyways, I showed up, knocked on the door. The guy welcomes me in. It's a very quiet house. I'm like, so where do you want me to set up? Just points me to the living room. And as I walk into the living room, and everyone's just sort of sitting quiet in total silence, quietly on the couch. Just a family of like maybe 5 or 6 people. And I'm like, all right, so you want me to set up here? Yep. Anyway, I proceed to set up, and they're just watching me like in total silence. I'm like, okay. Normally I'm prepared for like a bit of hustle bustle. People are, chatting, whatever. And I'm able to just set up quietly and then start playing my covers, as like kind of background entertainment. But this apparently was going to be a concert that they were going to watch me, my every move. So like in that moment I was like, and it was actually going to be like 3 hours of that. So
what?
Yeah. It's
just
like
for the 5 of them.
Yeah. Just for a couple of them in the living room. So like for 3 hours, I'm like trying to banter to people who like kind of speak English. And I'm like, but they enjoyed it. But man, it was just a challenge.
I'm feeling so awkward right now. Like I feel like I'm there. Like
yeah.
Was it good money?
I can't remember. It was like kind of early on.
It was
probably
worth
like
the
$300 or $400, probably something like that.
Probably wasn't worth the weirdness, eh?
Yeah, I mean, like that just takes more work than normal. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh man,
So that was just kind of a funny one.
that reminds me of a gig that I almost forgot. But me and my buddy had this Christian band called For the Furtherance. It was a duo, and
For the Furtherance.
yeah, we went to his hometown, but it was to a church that he didn't really know, and it was like it was a really small congregation. They were all ages, but like it was like it felt culty. It felt super culty, and after every song, no one would clap. Like they would just,
Dang.
It was just dead silence, and we're like, and I remember just saying, you guys can sing along and clap, you can applaud, and like one person would be like, oh.
Yeah.
And it was like that for an entire hour. But
Gotta love it.
weirdly, like most of them bought merch, most of them bought records. So I was like, I remember there's some gigs where you walk away from it and you're just like, what was that?
Not a charismatic bunch of people, but
Yeah.
I mean,
You just got to shake it off, eh?
Yeah.
I've never had that experience. That's such a...
yeah, I haven't.
So
had
there was
something like
no
that since.
music when you walked in. It
Nope.
was just
Silence.
quiet.
They weren't chatting. They weren't snacking. They were just watching me set up, and I was trying to carry the whole conversation. Normally, I'm trying to like just kind of be quiet, save my voice for the singing or whatever. But I'm like, so what are you guys up to? Like, what's all this about? Anyways,
It was like you're trying to make them feel comfortable.
yeah,
In their own
in their own house. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
There's this
Any other
other-
wild ones?
Yeah, there's this other time where I was contacted by this local talent agency that books various types of entertainment for different stuff. And they said that there's this guy trying to put together a show at Live on Elgin. He's like this old Jamaican reggae artist, and he's trying to put together a lineup, trying to put together a show that he headlines or something. And so he must have convinced them that everything was all good right up until the day. I don't even know if he paid a deposit to them or something, but anyways, I gave the company my fee, and I said, I'm going to hold the date for you. Anyways, the day is approaching. I'm like, very little details. I get on the phone with the agency. They're like, yeah, this guy just kind of disappeared. No idea what happened. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, I gave you the date. I held it, and I'm just like, I kind of, would like to still do it if possible. Anyways, I went to Live on Elgin. It was a ticketed event, but it was just me, my sister, my wife, and the sound guy. And then I just played.
Damn.
And we just like messed around, and yeah. It's just kind of funny just thinking how did this guy convince you that everything was like normal and good up until like the point up until the day? It's kind of crazy.
That's wild, man. Those ones hurt. Those gigs kind of hurt a little bit.
I mean,
you walk away.
didn't
And,
really like. I still got paid because I was like, yeah, guys, I put
well, that's
date
good.
aside, and then I got paid, and we just messed around, and I was just playing songs for 3 people. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, brutal. Dang. All right, so I was listening to your music last night. There's a song called Ordinary. Love that. Tell me about that. No, not Ordinary.
Organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all my stuff that's
it's fun,
out,
man. It's a fun song.
Thank you. It's all over 10 years old. Like, it's old stuff, but yeah, you can go check it out if you'd like. So that, and actually pretty much all of those songs were recorded for free. Like, I played this wedding once, and then the groom's brother was like, hey, I'm trying to start a studio business. Can I offer you some free recordings? So I'm like, sure. So I had a couple songs. I recorded Organic and a song called One in Forever with him. And so yeah, Organic, I was like trying to emulate kind of a Van Morrison kind of feel. And it's just about wanting like authentic relationships as opposed to, inauthentic ones. So
beautiful. You don't mind if we play a little snippet on the podcast, eh?
I don't mind.
All right, cool. I'll put it in here. Let's listen to it. All right, and then this morning I woke up, was getting the kids ready, and I decided to look at the other one. The one with the rose.
Yeah, that's One in Forever. One
in Forever. That's a really beautiful song.
Thank you.
And then I listened to a song called Logan, I was like, oh man, it's very sad. Yeah, if you don't mind.
So I'm interested. Like, did the story come across to you? Like,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't sure at first if it was about a child or a friend of yours or
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm just curious because I know the context of songs that I write, so I'm curious how they come across to people. But yeah, that one was about a young boy in Georgia who had brain cancer. But I came across him on YouTube accidentally. I was like looking up like a review on a dehumidifier, something really dad mode. And it was called the Cool King Dehumidifier. Anyway, so then this YouTube channel, Cool King Logan, pops up. And basically, it's this kid he's just a kid who would like post reviews of his toys and like video game stuff. And he had like 100,000 subscribers. And I'm like, how like what happened there? And because he's just like a kid, talking about toys or whatever. And but apparently this other YouTuber, more famous YouTuber, gave him a shout out on Twitch, being like, this kid's dream is to be a famous YouTuber. Let's make his dream come true. He probably had like 10 subscribers before, and then he jumped to 100,000. And anyways, I thought that whole story was super endearing, and this kid was so cool, so sweet, just so pure, loving of life, innocent and everything. And so I just thought it was like, and yeah, just funny too. So I just sort of like would follow along. And then one day it came up like a GoFundMe on his YouTube channel because his brain cancer came back. And so I was like trying to follow along and keep up with how he was doing and everything. And then eventually, he passed away, which just totally gutted me. Even though, I didn't know him, but I just thought how awful, for something like that to happen to someone who just totally undeserving of anything like that. And so I just cannot stop thinking about his parents, who clearly loved him to death and did everything for him that they could. And so I wrote that for them. I posted it and I sent them the link, but I was like I made this, you can listen to it if you want. I didn't really expect them to have to listen to it or whatever, because last thing you're thinking about. But months later, I think they came around to listening to it and they appreciated it. And anyways, yeah, it's just really touching.
It's a beautiful song, man. Yeah, it definitely came across. It was written well because, like, the story. Like, I was listening to some of the lyrics, and he said he's 100,000 friends, and I was like, oh, must have been a YouTuber or something like that, or an influencer, and yeah, and then the shadow in his mind or whatever would go away.
Yeah, the thing that inspired the line is 100,000 friends is his mom would sometimes take videos of him, and he would just like be reading his comments. Everyone's super, good vibes in the comments. Everyone's super encouraging, and he was just like so happy, and he would read every single comment, and then his mom posts in like the caption, he's like, he refers to his subscribers as his friends, like he's keeping up with his friends, and so I was just like, oh. Anyways.
How old was he?
Good question. I want to say like 10.
Oh, good Lord. Damn, man. Well.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful song. Go check it out on Zachary Martin Music. The name is Logan. And Zach's going to be having some more music coming soon, eh? You got some music in the works?
Well, now that I know you're my neighbor and you got a little studio down here, maybe cook some stuff up. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that's the thing that's the aspect. So when I said I don't know what I have to offer in terms of the podcast, because you're like wanting to talk to singer-songwriters, I'm like, yeah, I did some stuff 10 years ago and I've always wanted to do more, but I've just sort of got sucked into and have always been doing just gigging as a means of making money and whatnot. So like actually getting back to like creating art, I just haven't gotten to it yet, but you're inspiring me totally.
Awesome.
To get it back.
If you could capture where your life is at right now in the form of a song lyric or a song title, what song would it be? Take your time.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm scrolling through my iPad song titles right now.
Well, you're a dad of 2.
Yeah.
2 kids under 3.
Yeah, help me out here. 2 kids under 3. Living la vida loca.
What's
my
that
last
song?
name's Martin.
That Evanescence song. Wake me up. Wake me up inside.
Inside.
If I had 2 kids under 3, I'd be.
I get woken up a lot.
I'd be feeling like I'm drowning.
Well, this morning, literally,
love,
thinking about the fact that I was going to be here today, I started to dream. Like my dream was like I was here doing this podcast, and then I wake up suddenly because my baby smacked me so hard in the face. So I was just like chilling in my dream, just chatting, and then
snap out of it.
Yeah.
Give me breakfast, bitch.
Oh man. So.
Your kids crawl into bed in the morning with you?
Yeah, well, Angela, she's like 7 months old, almost 8 months old, and so we just bring her into the bed sometimes, and but yeah, and then the 2-year-old Amelia is kind of unpredictable. Every night's different. She'll sometimes wake up at 4 a.m. Sometimes she'll sleep in till like 10. It's crazy. It's kind of our fault too. We're not very regular, routined people.
Yeah, it's. I mean, new parents, don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Young parents, I should say, not new, but technically new again. But
pretty.
What is your song of the week? What have you been listening to? It doesn't have to be this week, but like, what's been hitting you in the gut? What's been?
Yeah. Well, I've been listening to some white guys that sound like black guys. I like doing that because it gives me hope that I can maybe sound.
Teddy Swims.
Well, not Teddy Swims that I've been listening to. I've been listening to this guy named Clark Beckham. You heard of him?
I feel like I have heard the name, yeah.
Insane vocalist. This other guy, Lamont Landers.
Yeah, I heard of him, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything, but like I've heard of the name.
Anyway, check them out. So Lamont Landers, whitest guy you could ever see. He's like super ginger too, and but almost the blackest voice you ever heard. It's weird.
What does a black voice sound like, Zach?
It's got like a brightness to it. It's
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you're in the neighborhood. I'm glad we're neighbors and we can hang out. And thanks for coming to the studio for the first my studio, lo-fi hang sesh. Would you like to play a song to play the episode out?
together.
No.
Oh,
Because I don't know.
Oh, like one of my songs.
Yeah, one of your songs, yeah.
Mm.
Could you play Organic for me, please?
Sure.
All right, let's get you set up.
I've gotten used to the cold, not knowing what to do or where to go. The orchestration that shapes our harmony stems into the shallows and not into the deep. I'm needing nourishment from something that is real. So I go to the orchards and lie down in the field, where I find her kindness as it looks beyond the stone, surrounded by the idols, but still she seems to grow. Oh, this love, it is organic, with nothing taken from it and nothing added into it. This love, it is organic. It closes up in darkness and opens where the sun is shining. Oh, the taste is sweet like berries. It's extraordinary. I soak it in like vitamins. It's all I need to carry. Then the chemicals were blown and she wilted in the storm. And I picked her up and I ran away right back where we belong. It is organic, with nothing taken from it and nothing added into it. This love, it is organic. It closes up in darkness and opens where the sun is shining. La 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la.